Hi guys, it's Joanna. What's going on? The kids are on spring break, and I thought this morning, what better thing to do than go to my dad's house and let's get some reloading on. So I decided to record a video of my dad reloading some bullets today to share with you guys on my channel because I share things about preserving your food and being a prepper and having things that you can reuse yourself or you can do yourself, like growing a garden and canning your food or, whatever. So I figured my dad's reloaded all his life since I've been a little girl. I've watched him reload, so I thought, hey, what other fun thing to share on YouTube than some reloading? So let's go. Let's go to my dad's house and start reloading, y'all. Hold on a second, my camera looks blurry for some reason. I must have my hand on it. There, yep. So now you're going to show us like the beginning part, the beginning step, right? And I'll edit this all together in the right order.
Now I'm just going to do 10 cases.
Right. Just for example purposes, so I know how to do it.
I'm going to start with putting in the resizing die.
You're going to start by putting in the resizing die.
That resizes the brass, punches out the used primer.
Okay.
Put your press all the way to the top.
Okay.
Just screw it down tight.
Okay. Like fingertip tight? Like our jars? Like our canning jars, or no? Tighter than that?
Do you get solid contact?
Okay.
You get where you feel just a little bit of resistance. That takes the slack out of the ram.
Okay. Gotta get out of the way, he's getting something.
This is a case mount brush.
Case mouth brush to brush the casings out with?
The case mouth.
The case mouth, okay. AKA the little hole there at the top.
This is a case wax. It's a wax for resizing cases. I use just a slight bit amount on this brush.
Okay. Sorry, my video stopped because my phone was full. So, you put a little bit of that cream stuff. What was it called? Unique case lube. Okay. Just put a little bit on the end of the brush. Just a tiny, like, fingertip amount. And he's cleaning the case mouth. Because those are the ones that came out of the tumbler and could have corn cob still stuck in there. So he's...
Well, that's to clean that residue off and put just the slightest amount of lube in there.
Okay. So that's what that's for then.
lay those on the side.
Okay. What is this? This is Case Slick. I can't read it very well. Case Slick Spray Lube. Okay. Spray Lube. Okay. Gotta move your light back so you can see.
That's all it takes. You gotta wait about 10 minutes.
Okay. You gotta wait for that to dry?
About 10 minutes.
About 10 minutes. Okay, so I can... Are we gonna do something else in the meantime? Okay, so I can pause my video then. You had to let your casings dry for 10 minutes after that wax spray, right?
Yes. Case lube spray.
Case lube spray. Okay. And now what are you doing here?
You just push it in. Push it all the way to the bottom. It resizes the brass and knocks out the primer.
Okay. I can actually just see the primers falling out. Cool. So that resizes the case mouth? That's what it's resizing, right? The case mouth?
The entire brass.
The entire brass?
All the way down to the base.
Okay. That's why I was asking you. Does it have a little ding in it?
Resizes. All the way down to there.
Okay.
Now once you spray that stuff, you have to have it in a clean metal pan of some type.
Okay. He's getting out his Midway bullet box here. It's called the Midway wood reloading trays to hold your bullets.
Now you have to wipe them off.
Now you have to wipe each casing off.
Now you can put them in the tumbler, but if you do, you have to keep your corn cob media separate, because after a time it gets greasy and you got to throw it out.
Oh.
I just wipe it off.
Right.
Because when I say dry, it doesn't so much dry as it cures.
Oh. Okay. In that 10 minutes it was curing, so that it would cover the whole casing evenly in lube and be easy to knock the primer out, the old primer out.
And there's a liquid in there that allows it to spray, and that has to evaporate. 10 or 15 minutes is all it takes. You can do, in a pan like that, you can do 100 at a time.
Okay. So that's kind of the key about reloading, is it's best to do it all kind of like in an assembly line fashion. do a bunch at once at the first stage
Yeah.
and then proceed to the next stage.
If I got the bullets, I'm going to do 200 at a time.
Okay. Today we're not doing that much. We're just doing enough just to show you an example, basically. Oh, don't say the size has almost reached its end. Phone. What is that tool, Dad?
That's a digital caliper.
Okay.
The trim tool length is 1.750 inches.
Huh.
You gotta have a reloading manual.
Okay.
Maximum is 1.760.
Okay.
Now all that 556 Lady Lake City brass,
Yeah.
I had to trim it because it was over the maximum length.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's right under the trim tool length.
All right, cool. What did you want to show me before? He's checking all of them to make sure they're all resized right.
Checking the case length.
You're checking the case length because it had to be resized, right?
After resized, the case gets longer,
Okay.
but roll slightly under the trim tool or right at it. You have to check every one, because if you got one that's too long, it affects how it is crimped when you seat it.
Okay. It'll affect how it's crimped when you seat it.
All these are within plus or minus 0.02 of an inch.
That's close enough.
And I'm telling you, that military surplus brass took a lot of trimming and a lot of time.
Oh, I bet it did. Well, it was, especially if it's from the 70s. Isn't that what you said?
Well, no, it's just that
It's just old military brass.
the 556 brass is loaded quite a bit heavier.
Oh, okay. Okay. What were you going to show me? You said, I don't think you got this on video when you were doing something with the bullet and the casing.
There's an unresized case. Unresized, say it.
Unresized.
Fired case.
Fired case.
The bullet just drops in.
The bullet drops right in. Yeah, that's because you said once it's fired, it expands a little bit. So then the bullets won't. But once you have it resized,
You can't even press it in.
you can't even press it in. So your press has to do that.
But these bullets are beveled on the bottom. That's called a boat tail.
Yep.
Yeah, they
Perfect.
start in.
Yeah, it starts
So
in.
that's when you do.
That's when you put it on
Right.
the press. And it starts in, and as you feed it up, it presses it right down.
Case length is fine. No trimming necessary. But I have to clean the primer pockets.
But now you have to clean the primer pockets, okay? So you're getting your tool out there that you had the brush on earlier.
RCBS. I've had that over 30 years.
It's standing kind of in the way the light's shining at me. I
What
know
it
you gotta
is,
have the light, but
is you get a primer residue in the bottom of the pocket. And all you gotta do put that in, give it a quick twist, and it cleans it out.
okay.
That way your primer is going to seat correctly down against the brass.
Okay. And then it'll fire correctly, because the primer has to be seated or else the bullet won't fire. Right? I'd assume. And after you get done doing this, then you would, what, put it in the tumbler? No, you tumbled these already. So then you would just go on and start putting the powder in them once you put the primer. Okay, that's Lee Auto Prime. Includes primer, trays, and punches for both large and small primers. Okay? And then you told me we were going to use these Winchester primers here.
Winchester small rifle.
Winchester small rifle primers. And he's got his primer gun.
I'm just going to put 10 in there.
Just put 10 in, okay? What's this on the floor? Oh, something I was stepping on. Oh, that's probably an old primer.
All those primers have to be facing like that.
Like what? Facing up? Okay, hold on. I gotta get over here so I can see you. Yeah, over here is fine. I can see you. So you're putting your casing in there, and you shook all the primers to the top where your bullet or your casing is. Something wrong? You want me to hold that for you real quick?
Stop it.
Okay.
These primers were crimped in.
They were crimped in.
You see that ring around the primer hole?
Yeah.
That's where they punch it in to keep the primer coming loose.
Okay. But they only do that on military style brass.
That tells me Federal loaded this at the same place they load military ammo.
Oh, okay. So you got that tool there that strips the crimping out of the primer hole so that he can easily replace the primers. So he's going to do that. There's better tools for this, but this is the only one you got. And this is probably something you've had 30 years sitting around here with all your other tools, I'd say, right? Yep. Okay, well, I'm going to pause the video. Dad said you know it's done when you can stick it on there and there's no resistance in the turn anymore. It's just a smooth turn. He's trying to use a rag to hold on to it with because his fingertips aren't as strong as they used to be. Yep, smooth turn all the way around. It's see, and here's one he did.
Stop it.
Hold on. Here's one he already put on there. I wanted to put it on there so you could see. They'll focus. You can see the crimps wore out all the way down, so it's ready.
The crimp is right at the edge.
Oh, the crimp's right at the edge?
I'm just doing this to show you.
Okay. He's just showing us what it's done when it's, you know, it's done when it's such a smooth turn, there's no resistance against it. Alrighty. Now we're going to put the primers in, right? That's the next step.
Stop it.
Okay, so Dad's got his primer gun there. Take your casing, put it in, push the handle down, the primer goes up in there. Move on to the next one. You have to shake your primers down there to that end, right? So they keep feeding in. So. He's going to make sure it's seated all the way because that bullet was stuck in the, or that casing was stuck in there.
There's 10 of them.
There's 10 of them ready with the primers, and I'm ready to move on to the next step where we put the powder and the bullet top on. So Dad said the last step before you move on to put the powder in is you need to clean the cartridge mouth. Make sure there's no none of that lube left in it. So he's going to do that.
Medical Q-tip works a lot better, which is what I usually use.
A medical type Q-tip instead of just a regular ear Q-tip. Okay. Excuse me. And if you're enjoying our videos so far, leave us a thumbs up. Let YouTube know that this is a cool informational video. So, yeah.
But it takes a lot of tools.
It does take a lot of tools to do.
That's a case trimmer.
That's your case.
That we did not need.
Right.
But eventually you do. These 2, 2, 3. Load them 3 or 4 times. Throw them away.
Okay. Now, do you mark those like you do your shotgun shells? So that you know how many times they've been reloaded? Do you mark them at the end?
I keep a load book.
Oh, you keep a load book. Here in your... I'll move out of the way.
That's from yesterday.
Okay. So it says what the date was, what model you were reloading, what caliber. What does that say?
Lake City 72 brass.
Okay.
Winchester small rifle primer. 24.6 grains. Accurate.
2230 powder. Is that what that is?
Dimes fired once.
Okay.
Dimes trimmed at one time. I had to trim that Lake City brass.
Okay.
Using that.
Oh, okay.
Then when you trim it, you gotta desamber. Take the burr off the inside and the outside of the case using this.
So you use that to trim down?
When you trim the case, it leaves a burr on the inside and the outside.
So you put that on there and turn it?
The inside.
Okay. And then that side does the outside. Cool. You want to show me?
That has to be screwed
Right, that
down.
has to be screwed down normally if you're really going to do this. But he's just showing how it works. Trying to. Let me hold it. Oh, how about like that? With my fingers all the way. Okay, yeah.
That's all it takes. About 3 turns.
That's all it takes, about 3 turns, okay. But yeah, as you can tell, Dad's got all kinds of tools and all his different stuff in his books.
You know, bullet type. That's my lot number from yesterday.
Okay.
Case length 1.750. Overall length 2.200. Wanted a seat die with 1/8 turn crimp. 50 rounds.
Wow.
Well, I did 50 more today. I'll write those down.
Okay. When you do 50 more today, he'll log it in his logbook there.
I'll put those down in pencil till I do a total of 50 more.
Okay. All right. I guess I'll pause my... Say it again. How much it'd cost y'all if you were buying all your tools here?
I don't know, but you have to shoot and reload quite a bit to pay for it. I paid for all this stuff long ago.
Oh, well, yeah.
I load average 2,000 rounds a year. Pistol, couple hundred rifle.
Okay. But you said it's not for the amateurs to get into, like what you were talking about with the recipe books where you start at the minimum powder requirement and work your way up, but you don't want to put too much powder in there because you could cause it to explode on you or something.
Here's an example. This is a spear reloading manual.
Okay.
.223 Remington.
And it's showing all the different bullet types that you could put on it. Like hollow points or metal jacket. What'd you call it? Gold metal jacket?
55 grain is standard for .223.
Okay.
Now these are spear bullets. There's the powder. That's Winchester 748. That's your maximum. Your minimum load. Maximum.
Okay.
Here's the powder I'm using. 23 grain. Minimum. 25 maximum. But I'm not using a spear bullet. I'm using a Hornet A bullet.
A Hornet A?
Hornet E.
Hornet E. Oh, Hornet V. Hornet V Max, that's right.
So, I went to Accurate Arms website and downloaded what they had. And basically, it showed the same information used with a spear bullet, but you cannot assume it.
Okay.
Now, they will also tell you the primer, but my experience is the brand of primer makes no difference.
But you always use Winchester primers. Usually.
Yeah. Now in shotgun, if I'm loading Federal shells, I use Federal primers.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're shaped a little bit different.
Oh, okay. And Federals make the best shotgun shells.
Well, I like them. I wouldn't say they're the best.
Well, maybe not the best, but that's what we like. We shoot a lot of Federals and Winchester AA's.
The old Winchester AA are hard to beat. The Remingtons are very good too.
Okay. Anything else here you want to show us?
Well, this is the overall length. Full metal jacket is showing 2.215. I went with 2.200 because that's what Accurate Arms shows.
That's what they showed.
And that's what Federal loads all their brass to anyway.
Okay. So that's something you know from experience. Okay. All right. What?
Rifle just takes more experience.
To reload. Yeah.
You can't just jump in at the maximum charge.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta work your way up, loading 5 shells at a time, shooting them, comparing the velocity over a chronograph to factory ammo, and look for signs of pressure. Make sure the primers aren't deformed or there's no signs of excess pressure on the cases. I've never run into that, but I still work up a charge anytime I start with a new powder.
Okay. It's just a safety thing. I understand. Alright, I think we're done. Okay, so today Dad's showing us how you reload bullets. Like little bullets for rifles or...
This is 5.56.
These are the 5.56 specifically, like for an AR-15, right? Or whatever you can shoot that through.
.6 grains.
24.6 grains is what you have it set to put out, right? And this is your powder dispenser.
Powder measure, it's called.
Oh, powder measure. Okay. Joseph, I'm down here, bud.
Now we're going to seat the bullet.
Now you're going to seat the bullet. Okay, now let me change over here so I can... I'm right here, buddy. No, I'm down here with Grandpa. He's showing us how to reload. 22 cal bullet. That's the end. The bullet ends.
55 grain, full metal jacket, boat tail.
Oh, okay. So now he's going to put the bullet top on the top there of the casing and just push the lever. Hey, buddy.
Hi. Mommy,
Yes, honey.
why is there a cardboard there?
Because Grandpa doesn't want the sun shining right in here on his eyes, probably.
Oh.
While he's working. Joseph, come over here and pick up this bullet for Grandpa you dropped, please. The little bullet head. Can you get down there? He dropped one down under the table.
There's a box of shells my cost based on when you could buy
when you could buy the
I
bullets.
don't see it.
26 cents a round.
26 cents a round. So that's 26 cents a bullet. A finished bullet, right?
$26 per 100.
Oh, $26 per 100 shots. Okay. Yeah. And that didn't take you long. I sat down there and did these first. So Dad could show me how to do the first row, and then he did the second row.
Because chemo, I don't have hardly any feeling in my fingers.
Oh, yeah, so it's hard to grab the bullets
Right.
and hold on to them. But besides that, so here's Dad's reloading bench with all his different stuff there. He's changed it. He used to have his shotgun station set up here to do shotgun shells. But recently he's changed stuff around. And there's that's your washer, right? To wash your brass.
Look what I found. I found a cute little teddy
Isn't
bear.
that cute?
That's a vibrating cleaner.
A vibrating cleaner.
Grandpa, this is a little teddy bear I found in that.
So I guess after you
Grandpa, can
when
I
you
keep
shoot
this
your
teddy bear?
brass the first time, and you
Grandpa,
save it, then you put it in there to clean
Can I
it.
keep this teddy bear?
Yeah,
Kind of cute.
you can keep it. That's fine. And he was running his cleaner when we came down here, his vibrating cleaner, so he's going to show us.
Can I?
You can see, stand right there.
I want to stand back with you.
No, you just stand right there. So you can see, hold on, babe. Don't trip on the cord. Okay, there you go. Okay, so you dump that out.
I've had that for about 30 years.
To say, I remember it from a long time ago. A Midway Model 1292 tumbler. So did you have that in there with wood chips, or what was that stuff that you just took out of there? That stuff.
That's corn.
And pistol shells. Joseph's helped make pistol shells too, huh?
I want to go in my.
I know he brought me home shotgun shells. Jeez, dude, will you stop?
I'm trying to go in my little dog room. Come on, I go.
Yeah, get that stuff out of the floor. I don't want to trip over it. It's alright. Bad enough as it is down here. Should we show them how when you have it weighed with this scale? I don't have a flashlight, sorry.
Your phone is a flashlight.
I know, but I'm recording Grandpa right now.
Okay. We'll test the weight.
We'll test the weight of the powder.
But it's dark in our private area. We need a light.
I'm sorry, honey, I don't have a flashlight.
Do.
I'm using my phone right now, sorry.
Those flashlights upstairs. Can you get them for me? No, I'm staying in here. Wait, doing that asking teachers. Okay. Cool, now. Give me one too.
24.6 grains.
24.6 grains.
I'm going.
20 there. 4 here. 0.6.
Ah, okay. So that's how you know that you have it set to for the powder to be the right weight.
Yeah, you always take a couple.
Test it a couple times to make sure that that is level.
That's as close as you can get. I wouldn't do any more of this.
So that's all your 5.56 rounds, right? That's what you said you already crimped them and resized them and polished and cleaned them, and then you put the primers in.
Now this is a quantity seating die. It's got a thing that drops down to line up the bullet.
Oh, okay. But that's also why you just kind of hold the bullet on top of the casing until it slides up in there, right?
Yeah, you just set it in there and hold it.
That one had too much in it.
I spilled a little bit.
Oh.
See, I'm setting that bullet right down into the mouth of the case.
Here, I'll have to do it next time. You putting your hand up in there. Next time you do it, have to be zoomed in real close. Because it's hard with the angle we're at, but. There you go. Oops, sorry. Gotta get some more bullets out. What's this? Now, what is that green press you're using? What is it called specifically? Like if I told Sarah to go look for it, and she wanted to look it up on eBay or something.
That's an RCBS rock jucker.
RCBS rock
Jucker.
jocker
Jucker.
chucker. Oh, I see it up there. Rock chucker. That's the box it came in. Reloading press. Okay. RCBS. All right. So you've had that for a long, long time. I know you've had it for a long time.
30 years.
Well, that hasn't taken you very long to reload. What was there, 20 casings there?
50 altogether.
There was 50 altogether.
I usually do 100 at a time.
I usually do 100 at a time. Well, yeah, because like you said, back when you could buy the bullets and the primer and all the different stuff, you could buy it so cheap that it came out to $26 for 100 rounds or cases or bullets, whatever.
The only thing I'm short on is bullets.
The only thing you're short on is bullets.
I got enough powder and primers to load 1,000.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's because you always bought, because it's cheaper to buy more, right? Like if you buy 1,000 primers, it's a little cheaper than buying 100.
I never buy. When I bought these primers in May with tax, they were $33. I've seen them go on gun auctions for $90 for 1,000.
Oh my gosh.
And that's just been within the last month.
That's crazy high. So yeah, back along, as long as I've been alive, you've been able to reload for cheaper than what you could buy the shells made at the store, than cheaper than buying ammo from the store. You could always reload it for cheaper, but now, since nobody could get ammo, everybody went buying the reloading supplies and everything skyrocketed there too. It's just crazy. And to be honest, we've just been we shoot our shotguns, so that's what we mainly reload, right? What you mainly reload for us.
I shoot mostly pistol.
You shoot mostly pistol. Maybe now. We used to shoot our clay pigeons all the time, every weekend, with our shotguns. That's why there's all kinds of Winchester AA game load boxes everywhere, because we shoot so much shotgun shells.
That's all loaded 12 gauge.
That's all loaded and ready. Some of it mine, some of it yours. Okay.
That's brass for 357 Magnum.
Okay, that's the brass for 357 Magnum.
Brand new.
Brand new. How much did that cost you for the brass?
I bought it at auction for $40.
Wow.
That's $500.
I've got some in my car we picked up last time. Some, I don't know if it's the 223 or 556, but Perry and Sarah shot it off, so I picked it up.
Mostly what you're gonna find is 223.
Okay.
556 is loaded a little hotter.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's 50 rounds.
that's 50 rounds. That didn't take you very long. My whole video says it's at 13 minutes and 52 seconds. And I know I didn't show Dad doing the powder in all of them, but that's just because he can just do it so quick that it's repetitive. It doesn't really matter, but...
Now, you can get a progressive press
Yeah.
load a lot faster. But when I can load 100 rounds in about, after I have the cases ready, I can load 100 rounds in 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah, that's so fast.
I don't shoot more than 50 or 75 at a time.
Yeah, exactly. I wish it'd be nice if it was kind of like your shotgun press, where everything... This is the shotgun press here, where you put a bullet in the bottom and it just turns around the carriage as you keep pressing it, and it does different stuff all the way around. That's nice. But...
I'm going to put my powder back. When you're reloading, you always keep the powder you're using right on the bench to make sure you get it back in the right container.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
I've got all kinds of powders, so it's important that I keep it straight.
Right. Yeah, because all the different powders are for different stuff, I assume, right?
Different cartridges.
Different cartridges. Because like the powder we put in our shotgun shells, you probably wouldn't want to put in a pistol shot or a rifle load.
Some are interchangeable. Like I can use a Winchester Superfield and 20 gauge shotgun or 9mm.
Oh, okay.
But like bullseye powder is strictly a pistol powder. And it's my favorite powder.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know my favorite's my red dot, because I love my red dot. That's neat. I was going to ask you how you were going to take the top off and pour it back in there, but you just take the whole assembly off and pour it back in there.
Now this is some older powder. It was $9.50 a pound.
Oh, wow.
I bought this in May. It was $28 a pound.
Oh my gosh. Wow. At least you could still buy it though, I guess, but geez Louise. What? Like, I know everything's in high demand, but holy cow.
But you can tell I can't smell anything anymore.
Right.
But you can tell the smokeless powder is good by the smell of it.
Oh, you can tell by the smell of it?
As long as it's kept in an environment where it's not real hot, it'll last forever. Because there's a stabilizer in it.
Okay. That's why they made smokeless powder, right? Because the powder that smoked was made for the, what are those called? The muskets and stuff. Black powder?
That is one of those things you put in a dryer, clothes dryer, to eliminate static.
Right, the dryer sheets. Why do you have it on there?
It eliminates the static built up from the powder.
Oh, okay. Cool.
This is actually my second powder measure. I loaned the first one out and never got it back.
Yeah. He's trying. That's the model of Dad's scale. RCBS Model 5.05 reloading scale. Okay. Right, now he's got his reloading bench clear and ready to go. What is this thing for? Is this for that resizing? When you have to resize the casings? I guess I can't ask you while your hands are busy. Oh, there went one of your bullets that was in there. Doggone it. Joseph, will you come over here and crawl around on the floor and get those bullets for Grandpa, please? Come on, you got a flashlight.
We'll get them later.
Okay, you didn't answer my question. What's this orange thing?
It's a case trimmer.
That's the case trimmer.
It's set up for 5.56, 223.
Okay. So that's what, when it's shot, you said that the opening can get bigger, so you have to make it small again, tight, so the bullet stays in.
You have
Mommy,
to
I
resize
found
it.
one of our old
to
baby
resize it.
Mickey Mouse
And the
toys.
case
when
has
I
a
was little.
maximum length.
Okay.
I found one of our old Mickey Mouse toys.
You
We
did?
can sell that.
Okay, I can do that.
And I found all my old equipment I found.
And of course, he's got everything real close by on shelves, so he can grab anything he needs. I think he dropped two. We dropped two of them.